Alright, so let's get to talking about this code. Input underscore program.py. The first line, there's my signature. Second, I'm importing the sys library. Line 4 is printing standard input to the screen. The string standard input, not actual user input. Text is a variable reading in lines. Actually, I don't need this variable on line 7 anymore, so I'm actually going to delete that. And so below it you just have this tuple that is args, and then on line 9 there is this while loop. So while text is being entered, which means until you press Control D, until you interrupt this program, it's going to read in text. So I have this formatted string that takes in the user input from text, and it strips it of all of the white space and formats it to be in that string, and then prints it to the console immediately. And right below that is text still taking in standard input. Line 14 is a for loop for I in range of length of sys.argv. So for as many times as sys.argv is long, if sys.argv at the sub I is -O, then it's going to assign sys.argv I+1 to the second indice of args. And then I is going to be plus equals 2 because you're going to be moving past -O and whatever comes after it. And then it's pretty much the same for the cases below. lifsys.argv sub I is equal to or is equal to -t, then it's going to be in third place, and in the last line of the last two lines of the for loop it'll be in the fourth, or nothing will be in the fourth place actually. If it's -h, the fourth place will automatically be filled by none in Python, which is the equivalent of null, I believe. And then after that for loop is done, command line arguments, the string is going to be printed to the terminal, and then lines 25 to 31 are another for loop. For val in sorted args.keys. So since it's a tuple, you can do this really cool thing where you sort what you have by the keys, so everything should be in numeric order as requested from the homework. If val is 1, then it's going to print option 1 : space and then tack on the value and print that string. And if in this loop you're at 2, that's going to print option 2 : space and then tack on whatever values there from the args tuple. And then if the value is 3, it's just going to print option 3 without the colon or the space or anything following it at all. So I'm going to save this. Actually, I'm going to remove that. So now this program is just 30 lines. And that should be it. So I'm actually going to go back over here, go to FileZilla, 192.168.56.101. The username is Oliver, and my password is super secret. And we're going to connect on port 22. Alright, so in Oliver, going to go to args. I'm going to refresh it real quick. And then I'm going to find my file, which is input program. It was modified at 12:10:15. I'm going to drop it into the args folder, and I'm going to overwrite what I currently have. I'm going to minimize minimize FileZilla, and then we're going to go over to the little Linux machine and test 1. All right, test 2. All right, 9 points. Yay. That means it worked properly. Finally. Thank whatever higher power is out there. I am so glad.